Hello, magandang gabi sa lahat. It's been a long time since last na nag-episode tayo ng Monday Learning Habit natin. May konting pinagdaanan lang tayo. But then again, nandito na naman tayo. And yun nga, nabitin pa tayo because we were supposed to finish the 48 Laws of Power several weeks ago. Naiwanan pa tayo ng dalawang episodes which are Laws number 47, 48, which we will be finishing tonight. And after this, next week, we will have a summary of the second half of the 48 Laws of Power. That'll be Laws 21, 25, all the way up to Law number 48. So today, we are discussing Laws 47 and 48. But before that, let me introduce myself again. I'm Angel Lozari. I am the president and lead thinker of Lozari Consulting. And basically, what I do is I run training programs to my corporate clients, and a lot of them are also in sales. Though a lot of my training programs are done in person, I also run several programs online, especially during the pandemic. At the height of the pandemic, I've been running online programs left and right with clients all the way. Actually, the good thing, well, I could say it's a good thing for me during the pandemic time is that I was able to run programs across the globe with participants coming from practically the five continents, and from all almost all countries around the globe. So it was fun. It was exciting times. But right now, what we're doing is we are continuing on with our Monday learning habit. Our Monday learning habit is a book discussion series thing. I choose a particular book which we will discuss every Mondays. It's about an hour every Monday. The topics that the books that we've discussed already are uh, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. We did Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Um, Brandon Burchard's Motivation Manifesto. And we also did to start the Master Key to Riches by Napoleon Hill. And we also did, if I remember it right, 1 Minute Manager. So right now, this is what we are discussing, the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. We've started this several months ago because it's 48 laws, and initially we were discussing one law per week. And if it's just one law per week, imagine that's 48 weeks, and we only have 52 weeks in a year, so that's already almost a year. So what we did was to cover about two or three laws already towards the end of the 48 laws. So right now we'll discuss the two laws, the last two remaining laws, which are law number 47: do not go past the mark you aimed for in victory, learn when to stop, and law number 48: assume formlessness. Okay, so let's begin first with law number 47: do not go past the mark you aim for in victory, learn when to stop. What does that mean? What is Robert Greene saying here? This law advises that when you achieve your goals or taste victory, it's crucial not to overextend your success. So learn when to stop. Learn where your success seemingly ends, and once you are already achieved that end, that goal, that success point, what Robert Greene is saying is that at that point, then you stop. You stop at that point. Why? I'll discuss a bit later. So he continues on. Overconfidence and overreaching can lead to resentment and backlash. It's wise to know when to stop and not push your advantage too far. So here, what Robert Greene is saying is that sometimes when we already reach the pinnacle of our success, when we already reach the point when we can say, okay, I already made it, I'm already successful. And if we go beyond that, remember, there's a saying: when you're already at the top of of the mountain, there's no other way if you go beyond but going down. So that's what a lot of people are saying. So what Robert Greene is saying also is similar to that. Overconfidence. If you already achieved your goal, and you feel that I can still conquer greater heights, and you suddenly experience that overconfidence and overreaching, that might lead to resentment. Another quotation, or another concept that we in HR follow, or at least discuss, is that in terms of promotion, you get you get promoted to your level of to your last level of competence, or to your level of incompetence. So you get promoted to your level of incompetence. What does that mean? It's like this: if you are a higher flyer, in organizational structure, let's say you're rank and file, and you're a high performing employee, and the management at the top sees that, oh, this person is really performing well, and being in the rank and file level is not fit for him because he's really doing great. So what do? We promote the guy, or the girl, or the person. When the person gets promoted to supervisory level and still crushes it, still does great in that position title, the management again say, I think we can promote him some more because he's really, his numbers are still very high. He's still crushing all the goals. I think we can still promote him some more. Then you get promoted to manager, and at that point, at the level of manager, you fail, or you don't get the job done. Your numbers go down. So at that point, you are no longer as powerful, as competent as you were when you were still at the supervisory level or a rank and file level. So you got promoted to your level of incompetence, because at that point, being in the managerial position, that was not your competency level yet, and you got promoted to that because the management felt that you can still be pushed up, still be pushed forward, up to the point when you are no longer competent. So you get promoted to your level of of incompetence. That's something we discuss when it comes to HR. So what are you saying here? Just like what Robert Greene is saying, when you get your goals, it's okay to stay there. It's okay to be comfortable there, to be thankful that you're able to reach it and not push on. Well, several years ago, there's a movie that, showed that in one of its scenes, and I guess you were able to watch this movie. This is, what movie is it? Twilight, and this is the final episode wherein the lead characters were fighting it out. Bella and Jacob and all the rest. Who's that guy? Robert Pattinson. Anyway, their team is fighting it out against this team on the right. These are the powerful clan in the in their world. I think Voltura. I think I forgot the name of the clan already. So in the last scene, they were about to fight against each other, and something happened. And make long story short, the ending fight did not push through, and the clan on the right fled. Now, some of the members of the group of Bella and Jacob and the rest, some of the members said, "Hey, they're running away. It's time for us to chase them and smash them and really kill them all. It's our chance because they're already running away." But they're saying, "No, let's live and fight another day. So let's allow them to run." And that guy was saying, you're practically saying, you're wimps, you're not cut into it. It could have been better if we chase them and kill them all, something like that. So what our characters, our main characters were saying is that we already won. Okay, we already won. Let's just be happy that we won. Let's just be happy with what we have now. Let's just be happy with the fact that we did not need to go through the entire process of fighting it out with them. We are here, and we are still alive, and we are successful. Okay? So that is what they are saying, that even though you already reach your goal, you already reach your objective, when you are there, when you reach that point, it is okay to say, okay, we made it. It is okay. Now, in the sports world, this is something that I just learned several weeks ago. In NBA, there is an unwritten rule. And what is that unwritten rule? It's when there's a blowout. What does that mean, or what do you mean by a blowout? Okay, let's look at the definition. What is the unwritten rule in NBA for dunking? Okay, the most generally accepted unwritten rule of basketball is that if your team is far ahead late in the fourth quarter and the shot clock is turned off, meaning practically the game is already over, you don't drive to the bucket and dunk. When the winning team is already ahead by several points, it's called a blowout. You're leading by probably 20 points or even more. It's already a blowout, meaning the last shot doesn't have doesn't have bearing anymore on what on who will win or who will lose, because it's already a blowout. So you already know who wins, and if the winning team at the time when practically the game is already finished, a player from the winning team would still go to the basket and dunk the ball. It's just like in Filipino, we call it nilalagyan ng kalamansi sa sugat. You're rubbing it in. You're rubbing it in. It's too much. So when that happens, I've seen several uh, uh, videos of this. Really, a fight ensues. The guy who dunked the ball, the losing team would usually chase him and beat him up. Why? Because it's already a blowout. So unwritten rule, of course, it's not in the books, but it's an unwritten rule that if you already won by so much, don't rub it in, don't dunk the ball. And if that happens, away tayo. So in NBA, what they're saying is that okay, you already won, let's look for the next game. So let's just prepare for the next game. But for this game, you already won. Come on, you just accept the victory and let's just all move on. So it is similar to what Robert Greene is saying. Na when you already achieve your goal, okay ka na dyan. Now, yes, that is something that can be followed. Kaya lang, for me kasi, uh, a lot of the times when we achieve success, remember in the last discussion that I had on life hacks, we were discussing comfort zone. Okay, what is a comfort zone? It is a zone wherein you feel you already made it, you feel comfortable with whatever you have. That is your comfort zone. That's why in that comfort zone, you there's no more there isn't much desire anymore to really push forward and to still move on and really still fight it out. So during that time, you feel you already made it. But then again, when you achieve your success, we already achieved your goal. At the time when you're still achieving it, you're still fighting it out, it is something that's way in front of you, and really you're trying your best to reach it. But upon getting it, upon reaching that goal, you will notice one thing. Yes, you're already there, you already made it, and that new goal becomes your comfort zone, your new comfort zone, and you become comfortable there again, you become satisfied, and you feel that it is okay until such time that you feel I need to move forward, I need to create greater things, I need to push on some more. So yun yung the limitation of what Robert Greene is saying. For Robert Greene, when you already achieved your goal, okay, you relax. But in real life, I like to believe that people are would like to achieve greater things in life. So when you achieve something, you already got your goal, you're looking for something greater, for something more. Like if you're in school, for example, You already finished elementary, you look for high school. You finish high school, you look for college. And you finish college. For some, you still want to go to masteral degree, get a doctoral degree, or get some more degrees under you, under your belt. So, yun nga eh, what Robert Greene is saying is okay. Kaya lang sometimes it is a bit limiting for you to suddenly feel it is okay to be where you are because you already achieved your goal. The natural tendency for me, I think for humans, the natural tendency is for you to want to achieve more or greater things. If in your job you already got promoted, more often than not, you'd like to strive some more to get promoted some more, to get to higher level, to get higher position, or at least get higher salary, higher take home pay, so that you will feel that you're growing, you're becoming better. Kasi if you stagnate, if you just become as is, it's like you're moving backward because everybody else is moving forward. If you remain as is while they're moving forward, relative to them, you are moving backward. So the natural tendency, I think, for human beings, is really to move forward, to move some more, to achieve and create greater heights. That's why we'd like to push on. We'd like to move forward. We'd like to get some more in life. In fact, several years ago, in a bench T-shirt, when bench was still new at the time, and it was Richard Gomez was still the endorser. They had this T-shirt that read, "Thou shalt not be satisfied." I still remember it. Thou shalt not be satisfied. Meaning you need to always be striving for more. You need to always be pushing for more, creating new heights for yourselves, pushing yourself to the limit. And for a lot of people, that could be their mantra. Though for based on what Robert Greene is saying, don't go beyond the goal that you have set. So it depends upon you which paradigm would you like uh, to use as a guide point in your life. Okay, so that's law number 47. Let's go to law number 48. Assume for formlessness. This is so nice. Being the last law of the 48 laws of power. Assume formlessness. What does that mean? Okay, this law suggests that you should adapt and be flexible in your strategies and behavior. This is flexibility. By being formless, you can respond to changing circumstances, evade your enemies, and seize new opportunities. It's about being adaptable and not sticking to a rigid plan. Okay, not sticking to a rigid plan. Whenever I go through strategic planning with my with my clients, a lot of them would always want to think that let's create a plan that will never fail. Let's make a plan that would be so powerful, so strong that we don't need to change it. I always tell them that no plan ever succeeds implementation. What do I mean by that? When you implement a plan, there are so many moving objects. There are so many stimuli. There are so many things that would affect your plan that may change it forever. Like for example, several years ago, I did so many strategic planning sessions to an organization. It was well and good. It was we were creating great plans for the organizations. Then suddenly, Russia attacked Ukraine. Now, it seems like okay, what would be the impact for a company in the Philippines? But how would it be impacted by the war in Russia and Ukraine? Lo and behold, their supplies come from Russia. And what was the effect? Because of that war, which is still waging on until today, they had some challenges with their supply chain. they can still manufacture, they can still produce, but the some of the items, some of the elements for production, some of the ingredients of that which were they were producing were lacking, and it really affected their entire organization. So imagine if we were only talking about Philippines, everything is okay for them. Everything is okay. The situation that we were in at that time are still in place until today. So if everything had been the same, ceteris paribus, everything remaining equal, they should be performing really well by this time. But unfortunately, several miles away, a war practically halfway across the globe, when that war ensued, they got affected. And right now, they're really having a lot of challenges in their organization. So, what are you saying here? We need to be malleable. We need to be able to adjust, to adapt as fast, as soon as possible. Because if we're not able to do that, if things change, and right now things are really changing rapidly, we won't be able to adjust, and our organization will die. Remember, when COVID-19 came in, everybody thought that it was just a well an passing through our lives. In fact, initially, the what did we call it at that time when we all had to stay at home? uh what was that term? I forgot it already. But during the lockdown was only for, if I remember it right, for just ECQ was only for 2 or 3 weeks only. In fact, I had our calendar every day that that the passes at the time. Every passing day, I would cross one box in the calendar, meaning it was actually a countdown towards the lifting of the ECQ. Then again, right now, we already know that it went well beyond those 2 or 3 weeks of ECQ. In fact, until now, it is not totally lifted yet. A friend of mine just had their, well, the his his mom, if I remember it right, his mom just passed away because of COVID, and this was what, I think it was just a month ago that his mom passed away because of COVID. So the COVID is still here, although it is not getting the numbers that it had before, but it is still here. So in terms of adaptation, right now we already learned to adapt it. That's why everybody's going on. But still, the the virus still it's still here. It is still present, but we've already adapted, and that is what Robert Greene is saying. We must all learn to immediately adapt, because if we're not able to do that, we will we will become extinct. In fact, one famous martial artist gave a very famous, again, quotation about this. The name is Bruce Lee. He said, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water." Now, you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. And this is how he said it. You now you put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in the bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Nah, I watched this video so many times because I love what he said. Be formless, be like water. Whatever shape that what the water has, it is based on the environment that the water is in. So the question is, how do you do that? How do you practice formlessness? I'll give you three ways to do it. There are several, of course. I'll just give you three. First, in terms of when you're in business, when you're in sales, adapt to market trends. So when we say adapt to market trends, you need to be able to identify where the market is heading. Like right now, 2023, I guess you should not be selling this product. More than 2,000 ringtones. Ringtone Mania Gold, Ringtone Mania Platinum. Do you remember this? Okay, if you remember this, or if you're able to buy these books, or at least browse these books and attempt to use while reading in national bookstore that time, you will open your cell phone and create that magic in your cell phone, so that you will get the ringtone. You still remember this. I already know your age, pero during the time, one of the greatest things that we wanted to do using our cell phone was to create a ringtone that nobody else has. Because if you have a new ringtone and nobody has it, you're suddenly famous. Oh, look, oh, I can create different ringtones. Wow, fantastic! Everybody will be would want to know you, to get to know you, and learn from you how to change ringtones. Of course, you will never do that now. Especially this one. I think you still remember this. The backlight. Ay, fantastic. The backlight. Uh, During that time, if you had a blue backlight, green, yellow, fantastic. Your cell phone would be, uh, everybody would want to hold your cell phone and look at the light. In fact, during that time, we had a company. It's called Event One, and that company, our company, was hired by one of the biggest cell phone companies at the time, and we were supposed to launch their cell phone. And their cell phone is called Blue. That was the name of the cell phone, Blue. Why Blue? Because the backlight was blue. And during that time, if you had a blue backlight, your phone is fantastic. Top of the food chain. So they launched a cell phone with a blue backlight, and we were hired to launch that cell phone to everyone so that they will see the blue backlight. I think they were the biggest client that we had at that time, and it was a fantastic launch. If I still remember the band, because when we launched it, we had the motorcade, and the motorcade we hired the group that had the big bikes, and we went through C5, went around, and at the end we ended at Eastwood, and we had a concert there, and the singers were Moonstar 88. I still remember it. So that was the cell phone, the blue backlighted cell phone, and it was a raving thing at the time because it was blue. Right now, have you heard your kids who has cell phones right now? Have you heard them saying, at least mentioning the word backlight? I don't think so. Because it is something that you don't even need to discuss. I mean, it's not an issue right now because the phone that you're carrying right now has so many different colors in it already. Unlike before, when cell phone started, it was just green light, then it became white, then it became different colors until Apple came in and changed the landscape altogether. So that's why we're saying adapt to market trends. So what is the trend right now? In terms of products, what is trending? If you're into e-commerce, those are the things that you need to be very conscious of. What are the trending products? And in fact, a lot of e-commerce people would just check on Lazada or Shopee what is the trending product, and they will sell it at a much lower price. Of course, you need to be able to get the product first, import it from wherever you'd be importing it, and suddenly sell it at a much lower rate. And that's easy for them, just looking at the trend. So uh, just adapt to the market trends. The second is customize your pitch. When you sell, okay, if you attended my conversational setting, you are well aware of this. When you sell not based on how you see the product, but you sell based on how your clients see the product. Why? Because at the end of the day, they are the ones buying the product, not you. So since you are not the one buying the product, they are, the highlights of the product during the selling course, or during the process of selling. The highlights of the product should be the things that your clients are looking for, because we have different clients. In whatever industry you're in, you may be in network marketing, for example, or you may be in e-commerce, or you may be in real estate selling, insurance selling, whatever it is. Always be conscious of whom you are presenting to. Why? Because there are so many people that we might be selling to, and we need to be conscious of what they individually need and want. That's why we cater our sales pitch to them, because they are the ones buying our product. So that is the second way for us to be formless, to be adjustable. First is to adapt to market trends. The next is to customize our sales pitch, or customize our pitches. The third, flexibility in pricing. Itong flexibility in pricing, I've learned so, because, well, a lot of you know that we've been attending so many courses of Joey, because we are teaching Chinese metaphysics, and we have so many clients in Chinese metaphysics doing either for corporate, we use it for team building, or for business people, if they want our help during decision making processes. Like, for example, is it okay for me to buy this piece of land, for example, and put my factory there, or do I get the one here, or do I invest on this, or do I invest on that? Those decisions, Chinese metaphysics can really help people with those decisions. We use what we call chi men. Chi men is really the art of war. I'll be having several discussions on that. In fact, after 48 laws of power, I'll discuss uh, Sun Tzu, the art of war. So through Joey Up, we learned these three things that you are seeing right now on your screen. How do you adapt your pricing? First, we call it product bundling. What do we mean by product bundling? If you're selling a cell phone, for example, sell a drive at the same time, or the SIM card, sell a SIM card together with the cell phone. So that's product bundling. Or if you're selling balloons for birthday parties, you add on a tarpaulin, for example, or the happy birthday sign. So you bundle it up, and that's called product bundling. If you go to McDonald's or Jollibee, for example, you have there the Happy Meal. That's a product bundle. Or you purchase, for example, two-piece chicken joy. So you have chicken, and you have rice, and you have what I guess you have French fries, I think, and the drink. So it's product bundling. So that's one way of being creative in your pricing. Because instead of a lot of people, when it comes to pricing kasi, and you want to find it out in the market, the easiest thing that everybody does is just pull the price down. So here, we are being creative in doing that. Instead of pulling the price down, we bundle. So from this point of view of the clients, if you bundle several items together, the price will be lower than buying them individually. It will be lower. But for you, yes, the total price is lower, but hey, you sold more items than just selling one. So that's called product bundling. And in supermarkets, you will always see that. It's Christmas time now. So you will see product Christmas baskets. That's product bundling. Next is freemium pricing. I like this term, freemium pricing. Right now, I'm using Canva. And in Canva, you can get Canva for free. As easily, you can get Canva for free. And there are so many things that you can already do with Canva, with the free Canva. But if you want to get the premium, you add a little, you add some more, and you get so much more. That's premium. You get free first, then they offer you the premium, wherein you need to pay already a big chunk of money, but you get a lot more. So that's why my Canva now, for example, it's a paid Canva. I think we're paying how much is Canva? I think 6,000 a year. I think about 500 a month, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm paying for it. Why? Because I like Canva. I'm doing a lot of things in Canva. So right now, although I can get Canva for free, I really love using the premium items of Canva. And those things I always use because I'm into training. And whenever I create my slides, just like the slides that I'm using right now, I'm using Canva to do it. So that's freemium pricing. It's free, then premium. That's why it's called freemium. And the third is subscription pricing. Okay, subscription pricing is you subscribe. You subscribe to it, and as you subscribe, you can continuously use it. Just like a few days ago, we were at Landers. Okay, Landers is just a supermarket, but it's a different kind of supermarket wherein you cannot just go in without getting a card. And you need to buy that card and you need to renew it every year so that you can buy at Landers. Imagine, you're already buying from them. They're already earning from you, but they need to earn from you some more by you buying the card. But for us, it is okay because there are so many items in Landers that we love. In fact, in here in at Novali, side by side, practically holding hands with each other is Landers and SNR. We're members of both because there are some items in SNR that you cannot find in Landers and some items in Landers that you can find in SNR. And you have different types of pizzas and pasta. And well, we like them both. So these are two different organizations and they are selling subscriptions. You subscribe. Netflix, for example, is subscription. If you'd like to continuously watch Netflix, you need to subscribe and you pay. I think it's about 500 also yata a month or 400. I can't remember anymore. Well, the card is the one paying it, but it's about that much. So for us to continuously watch or watch Netflix movies or what have you, we need to subscribe. But of course, we can just watch through YouTube or there are so many or cable TV. But if you like premium, you'd like Netflix or Disney Plus. Disney Plus, you have the Marvels there. You have I think they already took out National Geographic, but kanina lang. I think I still saw National Geographic. But you have movies, you have so many things, so you pay for it, you pay for subscription. It's called, I think, SIA, SaaS, system as a service, something like that, system as a service. So that is those are three things that we can use, three things that we can do for us to, well, to be creative in pricing. So those are the two things. First, law number 47, don't go past the mark. Why shouldn't you do that? Because you might be setting yourself up for failure. So what Robert Greene is saying is that if you're already at your goal, settle. For me, if I'm already at my goal, I settle for a while, then move on again, then capture greater things. Okay, so you may settle, you may just stay in that place, make it your comfort zone, or you can still move forward. For me, I push my people to move forward and achieve greater heights. And assume formlessness, you need to be adaptable. Formlessness is practically perfect for my personality type. Because if you study my Batsi, if you study in Chinese metaphysics, if you study my Batsi, I'm a yin water. And yin water, one of the things that characterize us is that we can easily adapt to a lot of things. We are intelligent. The yin water people are intelligent, and at the same time, we can easily adapt. Okay, so those are the two things. Remember, next week we will summarize from law number 25 to law number 48. this thing we also did when we finished law number 24. We summarized 1 to 24. This time, next November 6, 2023 at 7 p.m., we will summarize law number 25 to 48. So if you missed some of the laws, attend next week. Be sure to be there next week because we will discuss laws number 25 to 48. Of course, we will not be discussing them as deeply as we are discussing it now. It will just be in passing because it is just a summary of all the laws, but we will discuss laws number 25 and all the way up to law number 48. And aside from that, this is the third episode, life hacks. Aside from Monday Learning Habit, I'm also doing this, life hacks. But unlike Monday Learning Habit, which happens on the Mondays, life hacks depends on the perfect day for that week. I'm using date selection here. So come November 4th, Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Okay, wait. November 6th. November 4th, Saturday, 1:30 p.m. We will discuss leading through change, mastering adaptive leadership. Oh, maganda to. You need to be here on Saturday, 1:30 November 4. Just like what we're doing now, it will still be streamed live through Facebook and YouTube. So what will we discuss on November 4? How do we master adaptive leadership? 5 things: adaptability skills, navigating change, growth through resilience, embracing innovation, and leading by example. So on Saturday next week, we will discuss all of those 5 things so that we get to learn how to adapt to great and become better in life. So, maraming salamat sa lahat. Maraming salamat, Father Tom, for being here again with us. Kung nasaan, I don't know kung nasaan ka na ngayon, Father Tom. Are you back in the Philippines or nandyan ka pa saan ka po ngayon? Japan ba yan? Or kung saan man. Okay, so maraming salamat. Thank you also, Ryan, for being here today. And remember, after natin makumpleto ang 48 laws of power, ma-discuss na natin yung summary next week. After that, we will start with the book that you chose to be the next book that we'll discuss, and that will be Sun Tzu, The 48 Laws of Power. Okay? And maraming salamat din pala, Hino, inaanak ng Hino, for joining us tonight. And Insan, mekis-mekis tayo, Insan. Susan, andyan. Na, ha? Sunod. 48 Laws of Power. And ayun nga, Ryan, maraming salamat. Si Ryan ay client ko before, pero ngayon, he has already his own consulting firm. Kalimutan ko yung pangalan ng consulting firm mo, Ryan. Pero he's doing HR consulting also. Wow, congratulations, Ryan. And kapag may mga kailangan din sa inyo ng seminars, you may also want to contact Ryan. And yun nga, he also has his outfit right now. So, again, maraming salamat, everyone. Thank you for being here. We will continue on with this next week as we discuss again. Back in Zambales na si Father Tom. Hi, nawa po ay mabisita na namin kayo diyan, Father Tom. Sana pasend naman po ng address nyo sa amin sa ano na lang, Messenger na lang. Para pag halimbawa, biglang matsambahan namin ni Janet na mapapadaan kami diyan, madaanan namin kayo. Yay! Okay, so again, maraming salamat everyone. Ako muli si Angel Lozari, President and Lead Thinker ng Lozari Consulting. Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat.